Amidst the ashes, the victory of the loss. In the somber aftermath of a brutal victory, this scene captures the profound, unspoken bond between a warrior and his mentor. It is a slow, contemplative reflection on the immense cost of freedom and the inescapable nature of war, setting the stage for the warrior's final choice. Please listen to the Chapter 5, Ashes and Allegiance, The Cost of Victory. The last thunderous boom of the tank explosion finally surrenders to the valley, its echoes stretching thin until it dissolves into an unnerving quiet. In the bruised light of pre-dawn, a hellish orange glow flickers across a landscape of ruin. Twisted hulls of Soviet armor burn like malevolent embers, their thick black smoke coiling into the sky. From this churning haze of smoke and ash, a figure emerges. Jonah Vex does not stride like a conqueror. He moves with the profound weight of a man who has paid a soul-deep price. His formidable physique, visible through a torn and sweat-soaked tank top, is a fresh canvas of wounds layered over old scars. Soot and grime smear his weathered face, but cannot dull the sharp, grim clarity in his haunted, deep-set eyes. He stops, his breath a faint cloud in the cold air, his gaze sweeping over the wreckage, a broken monument to the state power he has just dismantled. From the shadows between the fires, Colonel Samuel Ironwood approaches. His movements are stiff, his expression a mask of overwhelming gratitude and awe. He halts a few feet from Vex, and the air crackles with everything left unspoken. No words are needed. Vex's gaze meets his, and in that single, shared look, a lifetime of loyalty is acknowledged and a heavy debt is settled. It is a silent confession of the terrible, violent nature Vex must embrace to protect others, and a mutual, grim understanding of the true cost of freedom. As if drawn by this silent communion, the surviving Mujahideen fighters emerge from the rocks. Their faces, etched with weary relief, shift to reverence as they behold Vex. They form a loose, silent circle, their eyes fixed on him not as a mere soldier, but as a legend brought to life, a spirit of vengeance who answered their prayers. Their leader steps forward, breaking the quiet. His voice is low, filled with respect. He offers Vex a home among them, a place of honor in the very land he helped liberate. The offer hangs in the cold, smoky air, a path to the peace Vex once craved.
Thank you for watching this program. If you find it interesting, don't forget to subscribe so that I have the motivation to continue telling the next parts.
He chose to be alone because the battlefield was the only shelter. This resolution brings the story to a somber and epic conclusion, exploring the themes of inescapable destiny and the lonely cost of freedom as the hero accepts his true nature and rides into a self-imposed exile. Please listen to the Chapter 6, The Warrior's Horizon, A Solitary Dawn. The fires of battle had died, leaving behind a field of twisted metal and silent ghosts. Across the ravaged valley, the first light of dawn spilled over the jagged mountains, a painter's stroke of fiery orange and deep, solemn purple. The air, thick with haze and the cold scent of soot, hung heavy over the scorched husks of Soviet tanks. Amidst the stillness stood Jonah Vex. His powerful frame, a roadmap of fresh cuts laid over old, silvery scars, was heavy with exhaustion. Yet, in his haunted eyes, the storm of combat had given way to a profound, chilling clarity. The Mujahideen leader, a man with a face weathered like the surrounding rock, approached him. With a gesture of immense respect, he offered Vex a home, a place of honor among the people he had helped free. Vex's response was not spoken. He simply gave a slow, gentle shake of his head, his gaze already distant, looking past the victory toward a horizon only he could see. He turned to Colonel Ironwood, his mentor, bruised but alive, stood beside him. No words were needed. A single look passed between them, a silent acknowledgement of the debt, a shared understanding of the terrible nature Vex had unleashed to save him, and the heartbreaking truth of the path he now had to walk alone. Vex gave a short, sharp nod of mutual respect. Loyalty had been honored. The mission was complete. A hardy Afghan horse was brought forward, its breath pluming in the crisp morning air. Without a backward glance at the carnage or the camaraderie he was leaving behind, Vex pulled himself into the saddle. The movement was weary, but possessed an undeniable, fluid purpose. For a moment, he was a monumental figure, a stark silhouette against the rising sun, his tattered black headband fluttering in the cold wind. His bow and quiver were secured to the saddle, not as tools for a new war, but as extensions of an identity he no longer fought to escape. Then he spurred the horse onward. He rode not east toward the promise of peace in a Bangkok monastery, but deeper into the vast, unforgiving expanse of the Afghan wilderness. He became a solitary figure, shrinking against the immense landscape, a ghost of war swallowed by the desolate beauty of the dawn. He had stared into the abyss of his own nature and
Thank you for watching this program. If you find it interesting, don't forget to subscribe so that I have the motivation to continue telling the next parts.